Doesn't getting the best benefits, wages, and working environment possible sound appealing when thinking about a future in any career? The Glass Molders, Pottery, Plastics, and Allied Workers International Union have local unions in several of Owens, Illinois' glass plants across the United States that improve the working environment immensely. So more plants should consider unionizing. The existence of unions has been popular in the news lately, but people probably don't know much about unions unless you're a member of one. First, I'll cover the union growth of Owens, Illinois. Then I will examine some information about the GMP International Union, and finally I'll explore the most important reasons for unionizing. First, I will go over what Owens can do to help the growth in its factories. Owens is already on track with several unionized glass plants across the United States, so plants without unions should get on board. According to the website in 2011, Owens, Illinois is North America's leading producer of glass containers with over 19 manufacturing operations located in the United States and Canada. The current website also states that OI is committed to being a performance-driven, customer and consumer-focused organization providing the best packaging solution to enhance brand recognition. So in addition to providing the best glass packaging to customers and consumers, Owens, Illinois should be fully accepting of its workers to unionize their plants so that they deservingly get the best treatment, wages, and working conditions possible since they produce the best glass. Now that I told you about unionized glass plants, I'll go over some information specifically for a union that would suit Owens, Illinois. A great choice of union for Owens, Illinois would be the GMP International Union. The Glass Molders, Pottery, Plastics, and Allied Workers International Union is the union present at the local branch of the Owens, Illinois in Muskogee, Oklahoma. Here is the GMP logo for the union. According to the GMP website in 2011, the GMP currently has well over 250 local unions throughout the United States and Canada. Members of these locals enjoy some of the best possible wages, benefits, workplace safety protections, and retirement in their industries and their workplaces. The current website also states that the GMP Organizing Department constantly conducts organizing probes and campaigns throughout the U.S. and Canada to help workers in every segment of employment to gain a voice in the workplace with better wages and working conditions. Among some of those better things would be benefits. This is a graph of union workers compared to non-union workers. Union workers is blue, union workers is red, and non-union workers is blue. And as you can see, the union workers get better health care, pensions, and paid personal leaves than non-union workers. Now that I discussed the union choice for Owens, Illinois, I'll explain exactly why a union would be best for Owens, Illinois, or any corporation. According to an article in the Business Week in 2007, the average hourly wage for non-union workers is $11.76 an hour, compared to the relatively larger $16.99 an hour for union members. That's a big gap. This is a graph of union versus non-union workers, union in red, non-union in blue, and it shows the wages per hour for a worker. And you see there's 5, 10, 15, and 20, and union workers make quite a bit more than non-union workers. An article in The Humanist from June 2011 by Michael Nimbin states, "Unions fought for and won fundamental rights that we now all take for granted, things ranging from a ban on child labor to establishing a minimum wage, lunch breaks, and the 40-hour week. Without unions, we may not have those things today." The same article in The Humanist asked these questions. Shouldn't we all have the right to some modicum of job security? Perhaps a mandate that we be fired for a reason, as union contracts often provide, rather than be fired on a political whim? Shouldn't we all have the right to be protected as whistleblowers when we see our bosses acting immorally or illegally? Shouldn't we all have a right to contribute to a guaranteed pension system that won't be looted by our employers? Shouldn't we all have a right to work in a safe environment? And lastly, shouldn't we all have the ability to negotiate a living wage? The answer to all these questions can be summed up easily in unionizing. So I've covered everything necessary to motivate workers to establish a union of their own, so I can wrap up my point. The GMP International Union works well in the plants it's already integrated in. So why shouldn't Owens, Illinois unionize all their plants? I talked about the growth of unions at Owens, Illinois, the Glass Molders, Pottery, Plastics, and Allied Workers International Union, and why unionizing is the best way for any corporation to go. So before believing a certain political ideology about unions, you should research how unions can benefit and really offer a company the best. Thank you.